Well, I think first of all, I should give you some light on your answers.
Okay.
Actually, I'm really pleased with what you did so far. You've been making a lot of progress. You avoid the mistakes, the grammar, word choice, and so on. You are doing much better than before. So let me show your essay here and some feedback. Can you open this on your own page? I mean, writable?
Sure. Yes, yeah.
Open it. You will see how you can receive your teacher's feedback.
Show me that where I can see the.
If you open your homepage, you find this. Can you try, please?
I will try now.
Do you have the link?
Which link? Yes, yes, I saved
Link to Writable.
Yeah, I saved it. Yeah, of course.
Great. You're really organized. In a way, this is what you already wrote. I want you to kindly read the first part.
Okay, I will just. I'm trying to.
Okay, take your time. Take your time.
This is the. So which one you mean the second one? Can
Yeah,
I share it
second
with you?
one.
At least I can. You can guide me.
This one, okay? Can see this one? Yeah. Some countries permit their education. You mean which assignment?
Yes.
Let me show you. Yeah, skills organize, use transitions with differentiation. This one.
The first one is like assigned Wednesday, May.
Yeah.
Organize, use
Talking
transition.
about dress code.
Okay.
So have you
And
opened
where
it?
to
Not
go
yet.
there?
You open it?
Yes, I have like because I'm not able to while I am searching here in my unless I share my
You can share, yeah, of course. Let
Okay,
me make you a presenter.
Okay.
Bismillah. Try now, please. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أيوة.
Great.
So, you can see my screen.
Yeah, of course I can.
So where I go?
Where you should go. Well,
what I no.
I've reviewed my overall progress. I think go, yeah, click on my overall progress. Let me see if you can find the feedback here. Scroll down, please.
Structure, development, content, mechanic.
No, not this part, please. Scroll up, please.
Up, okay.
So click on read and write.
Read and write. Okay.
Where's right? Click on the right part.
Oh, yes, where is it? Really? Yes, sorry. Okay. This is my text. Do you want to go to my...
No, let me, you must have already submitted.
Yeah.
Did you submit it here?
Yes, where is it? Here, it's supposed.
I can see it, but I'm not sure where you can find it. By the way, let me just check. Just give me a sec, please. Preview as student. Go. Yes, this one. Class. Right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna share my own. I'm not sure where you can find the feedback, your teacher's feedback. Let me share my own. Okay, are you there?
Yes,
Still
I'm
there?
here.
Great. Would you please stop sharing?
Okay.
Inshallah, by the end of the session, we may figure it out. I'm gonna share right now.
I are recording. Now it's okay, huh? Now you took
Yeah,
the.
it's okay. You see my screen, right? Here we
Mm.
go. The first part,
Yeah,
if
but
you,
it's too for me. It's too small.
it's small. Well, what about now?
Yeah, better, better.
Just a minute, just a minute. I have a solution for this.
Ah, hey,
I
now.
will take a screenshot and post. Oh, but you cannot access the chat area. You cannot see the chat, right? You cannot see the chat. Well, never
By
mind.
the way, you are a very good teacher, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not sure how you cannot access the chat. I'm not sure if I can help you access the chat area. Anyway, you see, can you see it now? Is it visible?
Now is better. Yes. Okay.
Better. Okay. Can you read the first part, please?
Okay. Some countries permit their educational establishments to adopt dress code,
Good.
particularly.
Here, I said there's word choice. We say educational. Can you think of another word for establishments? You mean مؤسسات تعليمية, right?
I didn't want to repeat schools, schools,
No, no,
schools.
no, you don't have to be at school. So you can say institutions.
Institutions. Why
Yeah.
you don't prefer this word?
No, there is no educational establishment. There is an educational institution. Let me show this on Google. If you Google it, this is like
But
like a word choice. So we say educational institutions. Look
institution.
for institution, education institutions, not establishments.
Mm.
Okay, so
But
these words come
institution is
together.
different than different. It's like but educational establishment more wide.
No,
It
this
it's
is
it's
an
part.
academic word. We refer to educational institutions
Okay, okay.
academically, referring to schools, higher education institutions,
Okay.
universities, institutes, and so on.
Mm, mm, okay.
Understand? Maybe
Yeah.
if you talk about private establishments like training centers, perhaps, which deliver courses.
I also uh, firstly when you see particularly I was I wrote uh, private schools and then I changed it into pre
Establishment.
pre
Never
has
mind. Now you know this,
pre
right?
university.
So next time when you write about, if you have to write about schools and universities together and refer to these bodies using a special terminology, you have to say educational institutions.
Institution.
Okay?
But
So it's easy to say. Can you say it? Educational institution. Can you say it?
institutions.
That's
But
institutions.
can you just please on the top you can write it on the top.
Yeah, I wrote it, but I'm not sure if you can access the feedback.
I
How
will
you can.
try. I will try later. I will try to find it. But at
Yeah.
least yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If I make this one, just a minute. I left it for you to change it by yourself.
You know why? Because when I was scrolling up and down, I saw this the right and the stars. I saw this. I came
Mhm.
across with this. And
Here.
yeah, but not now.
Yeah, that means you opened this before. You opened the writable dashboard before.
But now I
Yeah,
don't
once you
have
open it, you get like announcement that there's feedback or there's comments
maybe
from the teacher.
notification. In notification, I can go
Yeah,
throw notification. I click on notification and I can find this. Maybe I'm not sure.
yeah, I think you can. Try later on. Anyway, so the
Mm,
first word is in institutions, right?
mm.
Write it down, please. You can write it down in a piece of paper. Maybe let me write it here on ClassCake. I'm gonna do it here. ClassCake, it can help us. Let me take it and put it on ClassCake. And of course, you have access to ClassCake. Let me put it here. I'll make it in a separate page for you with comments. Let me create a page here. Okay, last page, okay? Here we go.
Okay. Yes, good. Yeah, يلا good.
Well, the first word is institution.
Okay.
Good?
Yes, perfect.
Very good. Let's get back to second word. Yeah, to adopt dress code. I told you that we say address code, you know, like a dress code policy, you know, to adopt a dress code or dress code policy and so on. Well, particularly here you have to use a semicolon. No,
Okay.
semicolon, particularly at pre-university stage. I like it so far, and there's a full stop. This is so far.
Can
This
you
is good
just
so far. But
bus
we have to write here, like let's say
semicolon?
here, comma, semicolon. Sorry, particularly at the pre-tertiary stage of education. Just say pre-tertiary education. So what is pre-tertiary? Pre-tertiary means pre-university. You know, pre-tertiary. We say pre-tertiary.
Okay.
Remember this.
Yes, and this the dress you said you need to add a.
Yeah,
Also.
you can add to adopt a dress code. You know,
Yeah, please.
if you want to refer to a dress code as a law, you say a dress code. If you just want to refer as an abstract meaning, you can keep it without article.
Oh,
Well, while continue, please.
but it's too small.
Oh yeah, sorry.
عيوني
What about now?
عيوني راحت.
الله يحفظك. تفضلي.
While others don't oblige parents to get their children dressed in uniform schools. But what if educational systems imposed schools to unify school outfits? But what if educational system imposed
Just a
school?
minute. Hold on. I need to add something here.
Okay.
You see this part, others don't oblige parents to get. You mean others, you mean other institutions don't oblige parents to get their children dressed
Yes.
uniform schools. So you use dressed as an adjective here. So you say get their children to get dressed or get the children dressed in. So after this, you can say dressed in school uniform, not uniform schools. You say school uniform.
Here, when we have to, this is difficult. Like red, some like both are like adjectives or both now. So it's confusing.
Yeah, I know you. It could be confusing. So let me write it anyway. With practice, if you come up with, many exercises, many readings using phrasal verbs or adjectives and prepositions, you will be familiar with that. So now you learn that dressed in, we say to get dressed in. So we use in after that, okay?
Okay.
So oblige parents to get their children dressed in school uniform. So let me write school uniform.
Not uniform school.
Yeah, of course. I think you understand it.
Yes, yeah. But
School
this
uniform.
I have this this
You know it.
confusion. No, but I have this. I know this. I have lack of some like weakness. Some areas.
No, the point is that you need to revise before you submit your
To
writing.
be
I told
honest, I
you
didn't
process this
have.
way. drafting, brainstorming for ideas, drafting, and revising before submission. So seems that you revised already, but some little details were missed. Anyway, let's continue because of time. Here in this essay, I would like to present my point of view, whether I support student dress code. Yeah, you can say yes, whether I support a student dress code and stop, or you can say whether or not.
I wrote before whether, but or not. I wrote it in the end.
No, there's nothing here written.
No, no. بصراحة I cancel it. It
You
was
deleted
whether
it. After you wrote it, you
I
deleted it.
wrote
No problem.
before, yeah, and when I made the review, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't write whether what I wrote before, whether I support student dress code or not. I wrote it in the end.
You can write at the end or after whether, immediately after whether. So you say, my point of view, whether or not I support student dress code. Or you can say, whether I support student dress code or not.
Wallah, I wrote
Okay?
like that or not at the
No
end,
problem, but you understand now.
بس
So
أنا شلتها,
whether
I deleted.
or not. You just say whether or not, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, whether or not yeah, you support or I support the dress code. That's great. So far, great. Next part, please. You can read it.
Okay, I strongly agree with the idea that dress code should be taken as an optional want instead of considering it as a need school requirement.
Okay.
The
Think
following
of the word
reason.
should be taken as an optional want. What do you mean by optional want?
Want means يعني not necessary, not like mandatory. A want, needs and want. We say like that, needs and wants, needs and wants, like that.
Yeah, you understand the concept of need and want.
Yes, يعني
Yeah, if
الكماليات
need
ضروريات
something, that means
والكماليات.
it is necessary. I
And
need to go to
necessarily
the bathroom, right?
complementary.
I need to
Yeah.
go to the bathroom. My students always say, I want to go to bathroom. I say, but you don't need it. He said, I don't understand. So you don't need, if you just want, I don't want you to go. It's kind of desire. So here you should be taken as an option and stop. Option means choice. And get away from this,
you don't like it.
Yeah, this paradox. Whether you mean want or need, just make option.
Okay.
You get it? So here, I'll write, where is that? Yeah.
You mean to avoid any confusion?
Yeah, of course. It's better because the
Maybe
meaning is not clear
misunderstanding.
here.
Yeah,
Option.
misunderstanding.
And that's it. Taken as an option. That's it. Or not option, maybe choice. To me, yeah, choice. Option or choice. Okay. Oh, I think this is clear. I haven't read this expression, an optional want. I never read this before. Really, I'm serious. I haven't read any such phrase, optional want. There is no optional want. It's a want. It's a desire. You understand what I mean? Good. Instead of considering it, I like when you use the gerund after instead of. That's great, mashallah. It has a need. Yeah, here I don't understand. Instead of consider it as a need. School requirement. Need school requirement. Need school requirement. That doesn't make sense here. You just say should be taken as an option instead of considering it as a must or a necessity by school requirements. This will make the meaning clearer. So you may say here.
Yeah, necessity.
Say, so taken as an option instead of considering it a necessity by school policy, by a school's policy. So this makes the meaning clearer.
Okay.
Good.
Mm.
So should be taken as an option instead of considering it a necessity by a school's policy. Right?
Mm.
Okay, next one, please. Next part.
In the first place, dress code may obviously uh, raise the school costs. By this I
Answer.
mean
What do you mean by rise, not raise? You just said rise. Rise the school costs. What do you mean by rise? Increase?
increasing, yeah, means like
Yeah.
elevate, yes,
Okay. In
high
this
cost,
way,
high cost.
yeah, lead to high cost. That's right. So you
Yeah,
say
yes, exactly.
raise, not rise.
Oh. والله الصراحة I wrote rise the first time, but I deleted and I write this.
Anyway, you just wrote rise, R-I-S. Rise is a transitive verb. Transitive means that it must be no, non-transitive or intransitive. It doesn't need an object. We don't say rise the school, rise the costs. We say raise costs. Raise comes followed by an object. بيجي بعدها مفعول. But rise, I rise up. The sun rises from the east. So the I rise. I don't need an object here. I just rise by myself. But I raise my hand. I raise an object. I raise something. I raise my hand. Understand? I hold the glass and I raise the glass. Also, the school raises teachers' salaries. So raise needs an object. So we say may raise costs. This is what you should say.
So the raise that I wrote rise. I wrote rise,
You
no?
wrote rise. Right is not the correct
I
word
am
choice here.
instead I should write raise.
Yep. Dress code may obviously raise the school costs or may cause the school costs to rise.
Mm.
But it's better to say raise school costs. This is grammatically and lexically correct. Well, you got it, right?
Yes.
Very good. That's complete. By this I mean, I like you underline it to tell me, you tell your teacher, okay, so I consider this. I will not make a mistake again. By this I mean, when school force families to pay,
Force families to
continue.
pay for their children's uniforms, school fees may be increased. So that would not be affordable for some parents.
So that could not be affordable for some parents. Okay, so that this is I call this a subject missing. There is a subject missing here. So that what could not be affordable. So use it could not be. So it could not be affordable for some parents, right?
Mm.
So this is how you fix this issue. You just say so, comma, it could not be affordable for uh, you know um, parents,
Mm.
for some parents.
Okay.
Take it as is. Okay, put it here. If you want to fix it, I'm going to write um, so, comma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you can say that could not be affordable for some parents. You can keep that as the without in addition. You only add comma after so. This would be grammatically correct. So
Ah.
means therefore
Oh.
that referring to that thing, that either this that procedure that could not be. In this way, that will be the subject. Okay. Or if you
This is what I
say,
meant, but yes, I am supposed to add comma here
and
because
if you want to
after
use that as a subject, لو تستعملي that كفاعل, then the verb is could. That could not be affordable. Okay?
mm, mm,
Or another way you can use it. For example, school fees may be increased so that without a full stop here, so that it could not be, and so on. Okay?
mm,
But it's
yes,
better to make it separate sentences and use a comma after so, and it will be fixed.
I hear.
So that could be could not be affordable for some parents. And that's great so far. Yeah, next part, please.
Like the previous point, I also believe that a school uniform builds a huge fence. between students and real life.
I
To
like
it,
when you use the word fence. I think you must mean barrier.
yes,
You mean barrier, right?
yes, yeah.
Better to use barrier because fence is like makes me as a reader think of a physical rail around a building or around a farm or so on. It's a fence around the school. But it's better to use this word, which could be abstract, an abstract word. So
Oh,
huge barrier,
okay,
yeah, between, or a huge gap, between students and real life. Good.
okay. Can you
So
write, please?
we can add here fence instead of fence. I'm not sure. You can
Right.
say instead of fence, you say barrier or gap.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we say barrier or gap.
Okay. To illustrate, to illustrate,
Yes.
in spite of the fact that dress code eliminates stratification.
Stratification. You
مم.
mean
الفوارق الطبقية.
yeah, فروق الطبقية. I mean stratification,
Ah.
social in society. Yeah, you mean stratification. So it
Mm.
doesn't.
It doesn't reflect to the reality, while diversity and
Well,
the
it doesn't
strata of
reflect.
society exist.
It doesn't reflect reality. We don't have to say to their reality. You just say it doesn't reflect reality.
What I should say?
Delete to and the. So here you say
Mhm.
this part you say it doesn't reflect reality. So
Ah,
reflect reality.
I
So
don't need to.
no, no to, no that.
Ah, why?
And
Okay, why I need to say?
don't say it doesn't. Don't use any short forms. So
Ah,
don't say it doesn't. You say
it does not. It does not.
it does not reflect reality. And full stop. I'm going to use this one here, okay, to refer to it.
Okay, but this like that, yani it's the structure is like that. It doesn't have any rule or صح?
What do you mean by it doesn't have rule? We don't say reflect to. There's no preposition after to.
Ah, oh yeah, this is what I mean. Yes.
We
No.
just say reflect something, reflect reality, reflect his personality, reflect the identity,
Uh-huh.
reflect the image, reflect
Mhm.
whatever. So, but we don't say to.
Mm.
Well, and throughout your writing, please don't use any short forms. No short forms. This is not formal. Short forms or shortcuts, or let's say contractions, are informal writing.
You mean does not?
Yeah, we always say cannot, does not, should not, and so on.
Ah, okay.
Okay?
Okay,
And
okay.
also don't say I'll do, I'll write about. Say I will write about. Don't say I'd like to, say I would like to, as you say here. Okay,
Mm,
next part,
okay.
please. Why diversity?
Why diversity and the strata of society exist?
What's wrong here?
What's the wrong? For
What's wrong?
me, I don't know. And for me, صراحة,
Okay, look
I
at
I
before,
was
look at the statement before. There is a period, right? A full
yeah. To
stop.
be honest,
That means
here,
you start a new sentence, right?
yeah. To be honest, this is connected to this. It's like I was like I was in doubt. Do I have to put comma or full stop?
Anyway, you just put a full stop. If you put a full stop, you make a full sentence, subject and verb.
Ah,
Why diversity? Okay, if diversity and the strata of society
exist.
exist, this is the first part of the clause. Why clause? Where's the other part? I consider this a fragment, not a
Ah,
complete sentence, meaningful sentence. You
mm,
say وبينما في التنوع الطبقي في المجتمع موجود فعليا ايه عايز تقول ايه بعد وبينما عايز تقول ايش so you have to add something so that makes it fragment because you say while you know.
بس while فيها معناتها بينما أو ممكن تقول يعني في حين يعني إنه
I'm not arguing about the meaning of while. I'm arguing about the structure of this part. It's supposed to be
معناته
a complete sentence with a
معناته
subject
مم.
and
معناته
verb somewhere.
in this
While diversity and strata in society exists or exists, comma, complete.
معناته I should make comma.
You add something. You need to add something. Why diversity and strata of society exist? What should you say here? Let me try to fix it here. I'm gonna
So
write
let me
here,
try
okay?
it with make it comma rather than
If you make a
full
comma before it,
yes.
okay, let me see, where is it?
And this is referred to the previous sentence. It's like just clarifying.
No, no,
It's
unfortunately, you cannot attach it to the previous part because you have, in spite of the fact that dress code eliminates stratification, this is a completion. It's a complementary part. It doesn't reflect reality. Full
so.
stop. Now the meaning is complete. You need to add extra.
And if I make
Um,
semicolon,
yeah,
it
and you
works.
can say, even though diversity and strata of society exist, although you can also add although diversity without so you don't have to use while here. You can say drop the comma here and say although رغم من أن, so, or you say even though diversity and strata of society exist. Let's write this another way. You can say here
Okay.
to illustrate,
Mhm.
in spite of the fact that dress code eliminates stratification, does not reflect reality.
Mhm.
You can answer complete by saying why it doesn't reflect reality. It does not reflect reality because where's the next one? Diversity and strata in society exist, or you can say exist in society.
Mm.
Now it will be better, you know?
Mm
In
-mm.
spite of the fact that dress code or a dress code policy eliminates stratification, it does not reflect reality because diversity and strata exist in society. There's diversity, there's strata, there's like different classes, okay?
Mm.
Different races in society. Anyway, but it will enlarge the gap. You can say
Mm.
even though it will enlarge the gap. Even though, oh, sorry, um, nevertheless,
Mm.
I think the yeah, address code policy may let's say expand or enlarge the gap between social classes. That's it. Okay, maybe you can use something like that.
Okay.
Well,
So
let's move to the
you give
next
me
part.
two. You wrote two options to
Like
fix. You wrote two options to fix this.
many options. You have many
Yes.
options.
Okay.
Like, well, yeah, what about next one here? Okay, read the last one.
Moreover,
Yeah, before the last one. What about here? For this reason.
for this reason,
Yes, go ahead. For this reason.
it could create a contravention against the reality.
What is contravention?
Or controversial, maybe controversial, not controversial. Create controversial.
Yeah, against reality. Contravention. If you look it up here, it means an action which offends against a law. treaty or other ruling. It means violation, again, against reality. You must mean violation, contravention, تعارض, you know, انتهاك, مخالفة. So this is this is a legal word, a legal term. Do you read law in English?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes that means you have like legal terminology. This is one of them. Hereinafter, contravention. So I think you want to say for this reason it could create against reality. Maybe contradiction.
Okay.
Contradiction. Okay, contradiction. Well, contradiction could be written this way.
Contradiction. Okay.
Contradiction. Contradiction, not contravention.
Mm.
Okay, here we go. It creates or produces contradiction without a contradiction against reality. Or you can say it could contradict with reality. Contradict as a verb.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
With,
What's
and
next?
I wrote here against.
What did it say?
Here I wrote against.
Against, yeah. When you use a proposition, I think you better say contradict with something or against. Let me see. Okay, we'll check it here.
This I just to emphasize. I wanted to emphasize. This is why, because it's the same meaning. If I say it's how to say it's hold.
Contradict. You say like
Contradict.
this.
Yes, you don't need
Yeah,
to.
high quality example sentence with contradict with in context. So you see, contradict with contradict and contradict. You know, contradict with. You know, so the preposition which goes with contradict can say, يتعارض مع, contradict with, in this way, not against.
Okay.
Or just to say contradict reality without any proposition would be also correct. Contradict could contradict reality. يتنافى مع الواقع.
So can you
Contradict
just
reality.
please right? Yeah, right.
Okay, other way are correct. Anyway, so let's read the last one.
But please write first.
Right, what?
حتى يطمئن قلبي.
What should I write?
You correct that. Contradict.
So where's it? I said it could create a contradiction. Or say it could contradict reality. Right, fast. Here we go. You can use contradict with or without with. Okay.
Okay.
Reality. Next part, please.
Moreover, without any doubt, I can understand that situation may produce generations who are not be. Yeah, I wrote twice a time. Not
That's
be
good.
able.
You got it. You got it. So who are not be able to.
People
Who are not able to. Good.
who are not.
Also here, moreover, undoubtedly, it's better to use an adverb here, undoubtedly, better than without any doubt.
Ah, okay. But the
So
same meaning, no?
same
But
meaning, but academically, we use adverb, undoubtedly.
okay.
Okay, academically, we use this. We don't say without any doubt. It's okay.
Yeah,
The meaning is the same, but how to make your writing, let's say, elaborately academic, more academic, more formal. Use adverbs, use words, use vocabulary, use structures, sentence structures which are more formal. So you say, undoubtedly, I can understand that situation may produce generations who, you mean raise up, means bring up generation instead of produce. Raise up or bring up generations. I'm gonna write here for you. You mean yunshik. Bring up.
Ah, yes. But bring up is the same race, the same meaning.
Yeah, raise yurabbi yunshik. Yeah. So instead of the word, produce, bring up generations who are not able to be faced against what?
Their opponents.
What do you
I
mean?
mean,
I don't understand
I
this.
will tell you what the opponents, but here to demonstrate, I mean the اللي بيخالفوهم في كل شيء بالكالتشر. بعدين أنا فشرحت هون.
Okay. You mean people with different perspectives or point of views. Yeah.
Not only for point of views, different in culture,
Who are not
point
able
of
to
view.
accept different opinions, you know, to
No, no,
accept the other.
here's no, Imad, see here what I wrote here في the demonstration
To
when I
demonstrate.
yes here أنا هون فهمت شو قصدي أنا opponent. أنا here in
You mean
general.
there's no variety, diversification, ما في تنوع, you mean?
لا يعني هو يكون متعصب لرأي واحد، يعني هو تربى خلص، هو انشأته على شيء، هو ما راح يعني انت حطيته شغلة واحدة بيشوفها، فانت انت اللي قاعد تربي في نشء انه يعني ما يتقبل الشيء المختلف، سواء المختلف في الثقافة، سواء المختلف
bigoted,
في
Yeah,
الدين،
yeah, this
سواء
is the word you want to say, bigoted or bigoted. Bigoted means متعصب لشيء,
bigoted,
شديد تعصب, obstinately or unreasonably attached to a belief or opinion or faction.
bigoted.
Listen,
bigoted,
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 bigoted.
bigoted.
So you can use this term here. So we can write, for example, who are bigoted. No, who are bigoted. It's right here. Where's it? Who
Uh,
are bigoted individuals? Individuals.
okay.
You know, and stop. Bigoted individuals means أفراد متعصبين. That's it. And we're gonna delete all this. You don't have to explain. Generations who are bigoted individuals, and we just delete the other part here. And this would be actually clearer. Yeah, last one, please. Continue.
To demonstrate getting pupil, I don't know how to write, how to spell this.
Yeah,
I mean
pupils, yeah.
pupils getting in similar outfits in the long run could create, this is the fanatical society. It's the same meaning as the bigoted, yes. Fanatical society, which accepts whom are similar to theirs.
Good.
Whereas rejects any differences such as culture, point of view, religions, like that.
That's great. That's great. So far, great. In conclusion,
In conclusion, according to the reasons which I have presented above, I certainly disagree being obliged by schools to unify outfits.
being obliged by schools to unify outfits. Okay, that's good actually. But you think the conclusion is really, really short?
It's
Mhm.
short, yes.
Can make it longer by summarizing the main point, what you already discussed. You say, in conclusion, I have explained my stand or point of view regarding the school, dress code, school dress code, and I explained that I'm against imposing the imposition of a standard dress code on children, especially at young age. You know, maybe this could be applied during in cycle 3, for example. You know, starting from grade 9 or 10, when they are like adolescents, or this age really needs to be more regularized or organized or regulated. But for younger children, I'm opposing this policy. There's no need for that. You can use the age group in your, in your writing. You can include age group. For example, it could be appropriate for, senior students in cycle 3, for example. But I oppose this policy with lower grades, for example, from grade 2 till grade 5 or 6. You can use this, introduction or this kind of elicitation. Well, I just said could be a little longer.
So
And
can
that's
you
all here also I said in this part.
ex
You
yeah.
might want to show that a dress code policy may increase discrimination or stereotyping
Hello?
students. Have you ever thought of this point?
Hmm?
Especially when they apply dress code, they apply it mostly against girls.
Huh? I don't get what you mean.
You don't get in America, for example, Europe. Some schools, prohibit or prevent girls from getting dressed like short tights or leggings or so on, or like showing part of their bodies. It happens there according to their culture. Girls like to show up in Europe and America.
Mm.
Uh, so they apply this dress code especially for girls in
Ah.
high school, particularly.
Mm.
That's why this kind of discrimination. The opponents of this policy are arguing that girls get stereotyped and they feel like they are judged because of their dress. They are not. They are deprived of their freedom, because boys can wear whatever they want, and they hardly violate the dress code because there's nothing they may not wear, and I mean, very few items or violations could be against boys, but most violations are against girls who are not allowed to show up any part of their body, should not get dressed with leggings or tight clothes or shorts and so on. So in European countries, or let's say Western culture, this dress code is directly against girls, or just tailored for girls, try to
Mm-hmm.
preventing girls to from wearing let's say abusive dress.
Ah, okay.
Does it make sense? But
Mm.
I think we don't have this issue in our countries, Arab countries, or
We
maybe
don't have. We
I'm not
don't.
sure. Sometimes in some modernized or urbanized cities, maybe in Cairo, in Egypt, maybe in some other big cities, there is, women are free to wear whatever they want. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
لا 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 يعني أنا في وقتي in my يعني when we used in our schools يعني before
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we don't have uniform.
Really?
Mm.
I used to work
And the public,
in a
yeah,
school
but
in
okay.
Dubai. They have a dress code
No, no, no.
for men, for girls and boys.
I'm not Emirati. You think I am Emirati? I'm not
No,
Emirati.
this is an international school in Dubai.
No,
It's
but
called.
oh, I mean in my country, country, my
Where
home.
are you from, Miss
I'm
Hamed?
from Algeria.
Yeah, basically, originally you're from Algeria.
Yeah.
Good. So in your country, you don't
Yes.
have dress code.
No.
And do you think this is better?
Uh, in some, in some, to some
Sometimes.
ex, to some extent, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
It's better to some extent. But
yes,
is
yeah.
it used to stereotype or judge
Because this is really,
girls?
really to unifying. This like doesn't the people, the students, they don't feel like some because there is فعلا يعني مثل ما يقولوا strata, some very rich and some like poor, and in a
Yeah,
public,
you take it
especially
from economic perspective or point
yes,
of
in
view.
a public, so it hurts, you know.
What about
Really.
morally, or from, I mean, akhlaq, morally or ethics?
It's only for the and for this reason, and I see that
Yeah,
when
yeah.
يعني different because especially in public schools, so you can see
You
that
prefer it in public schools.
in public school with the
What about, let's make it
low
more
growth.
specific. What about prefer it in, like, according to the grade, the cycle? Do you prefer it in high school or lower schools? Junior, senior
Low,
or junior schools?
the lower and كيف نقول
You
الثانوية؟
prefer I dress code in high. I prefer it for in high school actually because especially for girls to get dressed, I mean dressed well, not showing anything.
Yes,
This is in
it's
high school,
better.
but low school children are still children. They don't understand anything.
No, and for me, as I told you, Anna, in my country, we didn't use, sorry, we didn't use to wear
We didn't
the
used to
uniform.
wear a uniform.
Yes, uniforms. So as I told you, the only thing is like you can see that
As long as your dress is decent, it's okay, no problem,
no,
right?
they control. Don't worry. We have,
That's good.
mashallah.
That's good.
Yes, they control. Even
That's good.
they don't let anyone wear like
Shorts or
shorts.
skirts,
No, 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 no,
yeah, especially for girls and also for
no.
boys, they don't wear indecent dress.
That's
Anyway, this is a big issue actually. Many communities do not accept, and many other communities accept the other way. So anyway, it's kind of argument.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, as they say, one size doesn't fit all. One size does not fit all. Different tastes, different cultures, different traditions. So, okay, you see, you did pretty well actually. With little corrections, you may make it much, much, much better. But I see your grammar is perfect. Your structures are diversified. Use a variety of structures here. You use simple, compound, and complex. I like it a lot. And also you organize the essay into paragraphs, different paragraphs, you see, and you use also transitions like moreover, in the first place, and so on, to illustrate. These makes your essay coherent and consistent. Well done so far.
Thank you very
Let's see what we have else to do here. I think yeah, you find here slide 50, the last slide, okay? I can make it
much.
next to,
Okay.
yeah, let me see. I make it after brackets 2, or just, you scroll down to the last slide, you find this brackets, okay? Well, let's see what we have here.
Okay.
Well, also unwritable. If you open this one, there's a
Assign.
high five here. I create a high five for you. This one,
Yeah.
hi-
Okay.
high five, Thursday. Read it, please, Miss Khamail. High five. Yes, sorry. Read this one, please.
It's too small.
Oh, yes, sorry for
After
that. Sorry.
completing the assignment, press. Yeah. Okay. Which one is? Excessive use of social media is often associated with the signs of addiction. Explain.
Excessive, in just 2 sentences. I don't want to write a paragraph or essay. This
Oh
is
my
just high five.
God!
Explain. Excessive use of social media is often associated with signs of addiction. So they say he is like social media addicted.
Hmm.
Like you just every now and then you try to follow up with the social Facebook or WhatsApp, see if you missed any message or text or so, if you missed any news, if you want to follow up with what happened recently, has anybody passed away or no, shall I say, may his soul rest in peace. A lot of news, social news come up through WhatsApp, let's say WhatsApp or Facebook, especially Facebook and Twitter. What about this? People get addicted, actually. You cannot imagine, they cannot imagine their life without social media. What about your understanding of this? Excessive use
Hmm.
can make it a kind of addiction or a habit. So, can you explain this understanding? Excessive use of social media is often associated with addiction. What are the signs of addiction here? Give example only. May, do you understand?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, but maybe I'm not.
Yeah, I will explain this.
consider just يعني
Using social media much of usual, more than usual. Okay, some people are stuck with screens all the time. They hold their mobile phone. I think I'm a mobile phone, smartphone addicted. I'm social media addicted, actually. I think because all the time I get myself isolated and get myself busy with, I want to browse the Facebook, browse
and you
social media,
spend
TikTok, and especially
the
adults. I
time
mean,
hours.
adolescents, young people. What do you think of this? What are the side effects or negative sides of using social media so much?
Okay.
Now clear.
Mm.
Give example only.
Okay, I will think about
Never mind, take your time.
ideas.
One example only of a negative impact or influence of using so much of social media. Yeah, spending so much
It
time on social media,
affects your
especially children,
social. It
especially children.
affects, yeah, it affects your social life.
Children.
Yes,
They can interact with their peers and friends virtually.
how to
You
say?
mean face-to-face social
No,
life?
no, no. I mean the social life. I mean they're with their family. This
Ah,
affects
it's
their
at home. Yeah,
at
very good.
home.
Yeah, it's a good
They
point. Yeah.
uh they will be they are physically they are with their parents, but mentally, morally they have their own world.
In a different world,
And
yeah, you're
virtual
right.
world, which is not real world.
So it does not connect people inside home,
Mm,
even though it connects people far away.
yes.
Yeah, it happens. What else? Another problem with social media
And
on
another
children.
problem.
What about education? Does
Distracting.
it
They
affect, does it
distract.
affect
It
education negatively or
distracted
positively?
us. They distract. It's like it's a way that they can be. It's distractive way.
Very good. Distractive for children.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah, we suffer from this, by the way, when we used to teach online. When we ask children to open up a website or platform, they open another,
mm,
browser or another website, especially games. So
I
they
have
got
this,
distracted a lot. You cannot control them.
I have this problem in my house. My
Oh,
kids
really?
mm, I
With
always fight.
Dalal, I think.
I am suffering. I'm mad.
Mhm. Your daughter.
Now I'm working as a police
Yeah,
uh,
please. Yeah.
not mother.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you
Wallah.
have to. You have to monitor your child's, online practice and interaction. Who she is talking to, who is she, what website she visits. You need to know this. You must control.
Exactly. And it's
You
they
must.
dangerous, especially they are following like as a role models, following the influencers.
Of
And they
course.
because they get most of their like informations and the news they get it from the social media, from the internet.
And by so doing,
And they
they build
disrupt
up a kind
it.
of trust with the strangers. They develop a trust with strangers. They can accept strangers easily because they always take, information or news or whatever they follow their celebrities. That's why they accept anything from strangers, and this is really dangerous. They could be exposed to hackers or bullying or whatever, right?
Exactly. And they make people, some people, they make people as a friends, like strangers. And
Yep,
maybe that, as you said, maybe they lead them to um to commit or to be like to be
exploit
victim.
children.
Yeah,
Yeah, exploit
yes,
children or abuse
victim.
them or even
Abuse.
sexually
Oh,
or even financially, right?
mm-mm.
So, but how you tackle this problem? How you advise your children to avoid this? How to try to, uh, I mean, bring her attention to the risks she might find online?
My my children, they don't listen.
She doesn't listen. Hmm.
I must make like a programs that control
You mean
their
you
um,
mean use
their
software,
their software. Yes,
parental control,
and to
but you cannot prevent any, not everything.
I know,
Some
but at least it minimize it reduces the effects, eliminate
the
it.
risks, yeah,
Yeah.
the risks.
And also,
Okay, let me ask another one. If you could, if you would buy a new device, smartphone for your daughter, do you think there would be some risks, or which age should a child have a mobile phone nowadays? Which age?
mm,
Which age you think your child could be responsible enough to have a smartphone, to be
the
exposed to the
smartphone
online
is
world?
in
Sorry?
higher
Hmm.
school, in high
High school.
school, high school. But but for some reasons, I give phone, for example, to be aware where they are.
Mm-hmm. To identify their location. To find their
Exactly.
location, yeah, for
But
security reasons.
just but yeah, for this, I provide them with the simple
Some
phone,
instructions and
not
directions.
smartphones.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not
also,
smartphones.
it's all about controlling. You
That
can
means there's
read,
no
you can
this they
send.
don't have any social media apps installed on their
Because
phone.
you know why? Because if you think when you talk to your son or your daughter, she will not listen to you because you are not the only one who is raising
You
your
are
daughter.
not the only influencer. Mhm.
Yes.
There are
So she's
friends,
surrounded by different,
community, online community, and
numerous ideas, numerous people, influencers,
especially friends from the
especially
same.
and their ages. So it's too diff. It's like it's very difficult, very hard
I
to
think the
be.
best way is to just sit with your children and try to have a kind of short talks every day. To
Yes,
everything. So the door should be open for discussion for because they are exposed to a lot of things online. So you have to even you don't just leave if she saw an image or he saw an image, an improper or abusive image. So I think you need to discuss, not avoid it. You need to discuss and to raise her awareness or his awareness of the dangers or risks of such things,
but
right?
also their fellows, they are also dangerous, صراحة.
Yeah, you mean classmates or
Classmates, yeah.
yeah, not the same. Yeah, her classmates not raised the same way. Yeah,
Yes.
because homes are totally different, not the same. So from
Especially
that,
here in UAE, you have different cultures.
but I think the UAE community is conservative,
What you
but
what
not the
you
young children, not the young generation.
what
They're
you
more
permit
conservative. More.
your child, maybe you don't permit your child. Other family,
They don't
it's
have
permitted and it's
they have
okay.
those ethics. Yeah,
Yeah.
not conservative enough.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it happens when you give your child a choice, freedom to choose, and this you can test his morals or her morals. Yeah, given a choice and just guide. They say so. Give choice and see which side she or he will take, and if a mistake or an error happens, you can discuss together. Especially at young age. I think the older age, like cycle 3. Younger, you can just control their choices, but when they grows up over 14 or 15, I think you should befriend or try to go
Yes,
friends
yeah,
with them.
yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Mm.
That's it. I think you got interested. You're interested in this topic. I like it. Your way of thinking is good, actually. That means you will find a lot of ideas if you come up with this topic, inshallah, in your writing.
Inshallah.
That's great. Next one is this. I wanted to write about this assignment. Where is it? Inshallah. But maybe you don't have to write tomorrow. You may take a break. You may write it the day after tomorrow. But if you want to write another assignment as homework for today, you can do this assignment. Otherwise, you do it the day after tomorrow. This is the compare and contrast essay. Compare and contrast. and the topic is, this could be tomorrow, for tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. It depends on you, okay? Yeah, this one here.
Tomorrow we don't have tomorrow.
We don't have tomorrow? I'm not sure.
We have Saturday.
Okay, good news. I
Mhm.
need to take some rest. Yeah, a lot of, I got a lot of burden from my school today. Wallah. Very naughty children, very naughty, especially psychiatry. You see this, is it better to be single or married? Compare, contrast single life versus married life. You know, I think you can find this interesting to you. Like your life before getting married and your life, your duties, your
Of
freedom.
course, single. Of course.
Yeah.
الجاب للجاب.
Which is better? Which side? Being single or married? You say single?
Yeah, being single. صراحة.
Why? No burdens, no duties,
Of course,
no
yes.
restrictions, no children to take care of. You are like carefree.
Yes.
But on the other side, some people like family life.
Stabilization. To be
Yes, stability and
more secure.
affection, love, even caring for other is a bliss, actually, regardless of the financial problem that may arise. But even financial problems may be a motive to I mean, for you to try to proceed forward and to find a job, a good job, a better to make a better life for you, for family.
Mhm.
So anyway, it has different point of view. You can take it and think it over, but not yeah, for the next session, inshallah.
إن شاء
Okay?
الله. يوم
And I
السبت
hope you
إن
enjoy
شاء الله.
your weekend, inshallah, with your family.
إن شاء الله. Thank you very much. Really,
Thank you
والله.
for being here with me today.